They were only invented as recently as the 1930s. They're ingrained in our lives. I thought they've been around forever. It turns out they're actually fairly recent. They're super a part of our everyday lives. They're social, they're economic. They're kind of what we rely on every day, or at least once a week. I'm talking about where we ride around in them shopping carts and put an upside down pineapple in. Come on, let's talk about the secrets of supermarkets.
So I'm Dan.
And I'm Nick, folks.
We're old friends dissecting one topic at a time. People, technology, media, we've got it all covered.
Each discussion here is a deep dive into our unique perspective. The taboo, forbidden subjects, they're all on the chopping block, baby. We don't pander to popular opinion. We might even get a little bit dirty.
Warning, this podcast may contain mature language and sexual content and is for infotainment purposes only.
So join us. Have a good time.
Open up your ear holes, because we're going to fondle your follicles. And here we are again, the Unpanderers, with
Hi, folks.
Dan.
That's Dan. And I'm Nick.
That's Nick.
Welcome. That's me. That's me.
Hey,
Voice
boys
gets
and
real high
girls.
when I talk about
It's
myself.
me.
Yeah. It's me.
Huh. Supermarkets.
I literally think supermarkets is a super interesting topic.
Huh.
I mean, you can Jerry Seinfeld it. What's the deal with supermarkets? You know, you could tell a million of those stories. You get in line next to a guy, and he's looking at your line, and you're saying, "Well, this is my line, pal." I'm not going to do that for the rest of the episode, but I should for 40 minutes straight.
Huh. So supermarkets, what do they mean to you, Nick?
What do they mean to me?
Yeah.
Well, should I lead with a definition from Wikipedia? It's everyone's favorite.
That's what the deepest meaning you can derive.
The deepest meaning I can derive.
Wikipedia.
It's a self-service shop. You heard it here first, folks. We love self-servicing. It offers a wide variety of food, beverages, and household products organized into sections. It is larger and has a wider selection than earlier grocery stores. It's smaller, more limited than hypermarkets. That's not a thing. I've never heard of it. And the other kind of important part was that it's all on one floor, usually. Isn't that kind of cool?
All on one floor. I have seen, I guess.
Oh, they exist. Come on.
Yeah.
But that's not a real supermarket. When you go to the supermarket, like, which was your supermarket growing up? You had a supermarket.
Super
It's
Fresh or Acme.
Oh, I had Acme. Did you have a Super Fresh? Is that where you guys went?
Mm-hmm. Which doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
Which one? They both exist.
Super Fresh exists?
Yeah. I think there's one out here.
You think
I don't use it. I
Why?
mean,
'Cause it's
I
too
haven't
expensive?
gone. And
Variety?
no, I think that's the other thing. Like, they all have reputations within reputations. So, like, your supermarket is regional and local level. And it's something that you go to either every other day or like once a week or once every week and a half or, 10 days. And everyone goes. You all have one that you usually go to and you buy certain products. Because it's A, convenient, B, it's how you survive. It's like your food for the week. Your plates, people often get toilet paper, stuff like that. I mean, you can go to CVS. We're splitting hairs, but the supermarket is kind of where you spend the big bucks. We call that grocery money, right? You literally have to budget for
money.
this. That milk money.
Yeah.
And it's nuts because they all kind of look sort of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you break it down,
Get
they're
that
different.
feel.
But you walk in, the doors automatically open. I've never been to a supermarket where the doors didn't automatically welcome you. You know what I mean?
Because they want you to fill your arms with groceries and then walk out of there with ease.
So we'll do a quick history lesson since I didn't write any of it down. I just kind of read it. 36, I believe, was the first official supermarket. They had things that were like it in the 20s and like 30s and stuff like that. Like in 1915, a guy, Vincent Astaire, He bought a 165 foot by 125 foot corner of 95th and Broadway in Manhattan, and he was going to create this open air mini mall that sold meat and fruit and flowers and a whole bunch of crap, but it failed. And then the Piggly Wiggly stores.
Piggly Wiggly, okay.
Yeah, I think his name was Clarence Saunders in the 1916 era. He created a whole bunch of patents that a lot of the patents, I know your favorite friggin' thing in the world, are still in viality today. I think it was for like the design of the store, the way it was self-served.
What was the word? Viality?
Yeah, viality. Look it up later.
Viability? Viality?
I feel like viality. I feel like that worked. I'm gonna let it flow.
No, that's a word.
It is. I literally majored in English. It is a word. Viality.
Please spell
Moving on. No, I'm not. I refuse to slow down the episode for your bullshit.
This is crap.
Your bullshit. Moving on. I don't have time for it. So, in like the 1920s and stuff, do you know how they did like shopping?
Then they have like the guy come to your door and drop off some milk or bread.
Close. So the milk guy, and I think there was another guy that would drop stuff off at your house.
The mailman.
Yeah, he showed up at your house a lot. But he had this strange chin.
That's the power chin.
Yeah, it is. No, you would go to usually the housewives did this during the work week. They would go to the butcher, and you would go into the butcher and wait in line, and then flirt with the butcher or whoever was behind the thing,
with the butcher.
and then you'd get your cut of meat, and you'd always have the favorites you got. I always like chicken thighs and pork cut like this, and he would weigh it out and put it on the thing and give it to you, and here you go, man. Have a great day, Sally. Well, thanks, Jim. And like, you know what I mean? It was cute, but it took a lot of time. It was not very cost effective because you could only serve one patron at a time.
Yeah.
They did this with candy, other foods. Yeah, the deli. There was a whole bunch of places, but you would always wait in line. It was kind of cool because you knew the people and it would make a social aspect of it. But these entrepreneurs in the 20s and 30s and everything, they said, we can save time and money. Make the customer the worker. That's something you would do, isn't it?
Yeah, I would not like to wait. I would be looking at the person in front of me, wondering why their line was shorter than my line.
So they made these stores where you did all the shopping, and you would get it in. They had wicker baskets that you would put all your stuff in. And most of these entrepreneurs noticed that they would fill up their cart that's about as heavy as they could handle, and then they would get in line and buy their stuff and leave. Sounds pretty normal, right? Did you know someone had to invent the shopping cart?
Or trolley.
Sylvan N. Goldman. Check that out. He died, I want to say like 10, 15 years ago. But his big claim to fame, he invented the shopping cart. Okay. So he invented this. It was like folding chairs originally, designed with baskets in the middle on wheels. And it was so disgusting and ugly. It took him like a year or two to try and make a good one. When he finally did make a good one, it worked perfectly. It wasn't going to just fall over or break apart. This is like the 1930s. You might have a year. I don't know if you do. But okay, so anyway, he makes it. He's ready for everyone to do it. He has a whole bunch ready. He tells all these people about it. Come on into my store. Everyone went in the store, and no one used the goddamn cart because it was ugly. There you go. It was ugly, and all the women were tired of pushing around baby carriages. So you know what he did? He hired some beautiful goddamn people to push him around and just shop all that with the cart. Just filling up their cart looking at things. And eventually people started saying,
around the whole store.
Hey, yeah. Everyone's doing it. And eventually everyone started doing it and just caught on. And now I can't picture like shopping without a shopping cart. That would be ridiculous.
Isn't it annoying that you have to get like beautiful people to do things for you to make it sell?
Even if it was a great idea, you still needed beautiful people. It was like, this is a genius idea. I need beautiful people to do it. Okay.
Have you been to Aldi?
I have been.
Segue from beautiful people.
Is that well? It just Aldi reminds me of Kohl's, and that everything is marked down like 30%, but first it was marked up 40%. I don't know.
I don't know.
Actually, some stuff is pretty cheap.
I remember the first time I went to Aldi, it was probably like 15 years ago, and I didn't know you had to like put a quarter in.
Oh
And
yeah,
like it
that's
holds
right.
onto your quarter until you're done. So when I went to check out, there was already a cart there, and I had like a little bit of stuff. So I started putting my stuff in the cart, and then the person who was checking me out, the cashier, they're like, no, no, no. And I was like, excuse me? Like, I just bought stuff here? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, her quarter was in
The
the
rules.
thing. So I, like, started to push it away, and she was, like, yelling at me, and I was like, I don't like this place. I'm not going back.
It's a stupid idea, but I guess it promotes cart responsibility.
Yeah. Oh, just hire somebody. Come on, Aldi. Step up to the plate. Don't make
What
us
is the
responsible.
deal with supermarkets? Everything's on your like. You go in the left side of the store, right? Is that where you always go in?
I go on the... So my entrance is on the right.
Really? Do you
Is your
shop from the
produce on
right
the
to the
right?
left?
Your
No,
produce?
everything. All my
Is it
produce.
near?
Isn't it funny? The produce is like the beginning,
But the
right?
meat's in the
That's where
back.
yeah, of course. Of
Meat's in the
course.
back with the fish, dairy, everything, the daily
Yeah,
products.
I guess
And
because it's all refrigerated.
yeah,
That makes sense, right?
yeah, I guess their shipping comes in the back too. Plus, it makes
Okay.
you go to the back of the store for your dailies, and then everything else in between is something that
Weird
lasts a
stuff.
long time. Yeah, it's preserved, so it's like
Yeah,
maybe a
it's in
buy.
cans, it's in boxes, it's
Impulse
ready to go.
buys.
Yeah. Well, the impulse buys are the ones by the register. What sucker is buying sodas and chocolate bars, huh? They even
Everybody.
talked about the psychology of the friggin' cereal aisle, which was my favorite aisle as a kid.
The height of the different boxes,
Yup.
and keep all the eyes on the cartoons staring at little children.
Oh yeah, the kids, the expensive kid cereals are like the just below the parents level, right at kid level, so that they'll catch it.
Did you get the bag
It
cereal as a kid, or you got the box?
No, I got box, full box, expensive, but we were only allowed one per the three of us, and I think we would have to argue over who's was getting the good one.
Oh yeah, what was the good one?
I did honeycombs a lot. I like that one. Then it was like Cookie Crisp. Wow, that was a goodie.
Okay, Lucky
Fruity
Charms,
Pebbles was junk, but I loved it. Oh,
Fruit Loops.
you did? I did Fruit Loops. I messed with some Lucky Charms too. Did you eat the oats first and leave the marshmallows to the end?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I knew you would.
You like giant ball of marshmallow. You try to chew.
And it was the best at the end. Sorry. Oh, pleasure delay right there.
I like how that
What?
could have been like a drug conversation. Like I'm sure there are drugs named after all these cereals. Give me some
Yeah, you like
Cocoa.
Fruity Pooty? You like Tootie Manooty? Yeah, I saved the best to the end.
Yeah, Dracula, come with me.
Never really did no Count Dracula.
No,
Do you ever like stupid ones like do you do Cheerios?
are they really healthy? They try to say your heart
I
healthy.
don't know. I think it was just like babies did it. So by the time I was like old enough to pick out cereals, I wanted
Not a
some
baby
hot
cereal.
sugar stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Raisin bran, wheat thins, or wheat.
Oh,
not the
anything
wheat
with
thins,
raisins in
Wheaties.
it was a joke. Do you remember the California raisins? What was that about?
Oh, the
Yeah,
dancing,
the doo-wop.
singing.
Yeah. Was that to make us like Raisin Bran?
Kind of worked. Heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes sense. I didn't get the joke as a kid. That's where raisins come from. A grapevine, right? Technically.
yeah.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
I gotta give them.
I wonder if it paid off because it must have cost them a fortune.
Here's
Claymation.
another one. Were they related somehow to Spot, the red spot?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was a red spot for like a soda, Sprite or someone, or 7-Up.
Red spot.
It was a red spot with arms and legs, and I relate him to the raisins. Now, I don't know if there was ever a crossover or they both just happen to have a video game, because I think they had a video game, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, there's like this guy on like a skateboard or something, or surfboard.
Yeah, I think so. He looked cool. That's all I remember.
Cool Spot.
Yeah. Was that his name?
There's a Sega game
Oh,
called
worse.
Cool Spot.
All right, that's probably it.
It looks exactly
Sure.
like the Red Spot Cola. Big Red? Is that? No, it's not. I don't think it's
Sure.
related.
I
Whatever.
don't think it was cool, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was just Curious if they interchanged. They didn't.
No crossover. They would
So
have in today's time. Everything would have crossed together.
yeah, that's a good point. It kind of did back then. I'll tell you why. I think supermarkets is where you first get brand recognition. At least back as a kid.
Wheaties box.
Yeah.
Olympic winners. Gold medalists.
There's the gold medalists. That was a big deal when we were a kid.
And the box tops.
Yeah.
Get collecting your box
for school.
tops. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild. I guess they still have that. Like, do you grocery shop or no?
I do.
Are you the sole grocery shopper, or do you go with the kids? Is it you?
My grocery store is 2 minutes away, so it's
that's
super
money.
easy. Yeah, it's on the way,
What's
so
the
it's
name
kind of just Kroger.
That sounds familiar. That's not from the original. Yeah, that's like the biggest brand in America.
And yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it is. I did come across that. Are they good?
I like them. They're like middle of the road for everything, which is perfect.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that is perfect. You got some value, some quality, some odds and ends, some weird stuff, and then some bread and butter. Okay, that's a decent price.
Your bread and butter.
Bread and butter. I lived near an expensive like family-run one that I don't know there's more than 2. Yeah, it was Hennings, and I lived literally about 1 mile from it, maybe 0.78 miles, because I ran there a couple times. So good. The best grocery store that isn't like a Wegmans or whatever. But it was so expensive. But I miss it. Like, I miss that store.
Huh. It doesn't exist anymore?
No, it's just 20 minutes away. Why would I go there? Even then, it's like, I feel weird going back because it's not mine anymore. It's like being in a neighborhood. It's a neighborhood thing. It really is. Like, I'll go in there once every 6 months or 4 months, but it doesn't feel like it's my grocery store anymore. I don't recognize any of the cash register people or, like, the employees. Like, I know all the employees at this supermarket. Like, I don't know them by name or anything. I'm like, oh, it's the goofy one. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's the one that wants to talk to everyone. Then I'm like, oh, my God, it's the one that's, like, 70 years old. When are they going to let this person die? Like, I have an atmosphere for everyone, like a feeling for them.
When are they going to check out?
There's one guy, he's like 400 pounds. He's miserable. He's got to be like 50. I can't tell if he has an IQ issue or not, but he's always furrowed his brow, and all I do is see him pushing carts in the rain. I never see him when it's sunny. I never see him in the store. He's just in charge of all the carts outside when it's raining. And I'm like, God damn, I feel bad. Every time I see him, I'm just like, yo, it's okay.
They open the door and they say go to town, and he just starts pushing carts whenever it's raining.
I guess, man.
It's weird because I worked at Target as a cashier, and half my job was doing that. But it was overtaken most of the time by someone who had an IQ issue, and they would always like take that job from me, and I liked it. I liked pushing carts because you got out of the store and you didn't have to stand in one spot,
move around,
deal with people,
just breathe the air and be kind of free.
Hate people. People are terrible.
Hate people. Well, and the grocery store I'm at right now, Weiss, they employ a lot of people with a lower IQ, and I don't know if it's a write-off thing or a disability thing or a coincidence.
I see people who work, and this is not a knock against cashiers and grocery store people, but
no, I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of the people I see that I think are like smart and knowledgeable, like it's a very short time frame until they leave. The people I think are like with it, like I've never seen anyone stay the entire time except super old people who are like stuck. Well, I don't see, there's a weird thing about stuck. I don't think it's necessarily stuck or just it's worth it to them. They go, they clock in, they live 2 minutes away. It's a paycheck. They don't have to really work very hard at it. It's like pretty easy. Like it's a convenience thing. Could be. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Do you think the butchers? How much do you think the butchers make a decent bank?
Yeah, someone was telling me that they're 60 to 70K, which for a guy like myself is nice. For a guy like someone else, might not be.
That's actually a decent. Oh boy. Somebody is wrong.
Oh no, this is a Hennings.
Oh,
Keep in mind that's a
the
nicer
Henning.
place.
It's the
It is. Yeah.
Highfalutin. So the normal ones make 30K a year.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
That's not very great.
See, you're also doing the United States. I think grocery stores are different by locale. Like I would actually put Philadelphia grocery stores above like one in like some podunk city in Idaho. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't
It's like
know.
almost a requirement to have them. But like once you get to closer
Yeah.
to center city, I don't feel like grocery stores really exist.
No, they don't. They don't get better or exist because they need the space.
Yeah,
The
they're
grocery
costly.
store by process needs a lot of land room, and
Yeah,
then because it's all spread out on one
on one
floor where
floor.
everyone can see it.
Mm.
Ah, correct. Are you gonna make the first tiered grocery store? Like a Rocco's, I feel like Rocco's Modern Life had
Purely
something where the
vertical.
shelves were like, yeah, yeah, like 40 things high, and you would press a button and it would move the shelves up or down in accordance with what you were looking for.
Mm. They didn't really talk about margin. Like the grocery stores have like the slimmest margins for
Yeah, they're very
profit.
slim. It
And
depends on the item though. Like the sodas at the checkout, nope, 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 nope. But
hmm,
they're they call it a lost leader. Bread, butter, milk, those kind of things that you usually go to a grocery store, you'll get them cheaper there than ever. In fact, they sometimes will sell it at cost, if not below, to get someone in the doors. Because once you're in the door, oh, I might as well grab creamer. Oh, shoot, I forgot we're out of cereal. Oh no, these ribs are on sale or something. We need paper plates. Oh my god, we're out of trash bags.
I'm just looking at the margins, which is actually between 1
Yeah.
and 3%.
That's wildly low. That's insane.
Just a few cents per item they make.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Especially considering how much waste they usually go through. Because
Yeah.
supermarkets, like, they do waste a lot too.
And it's for like Kroger, which probably buys like a massive amount of items and ships them everywhere. That's why most of these are like tied into like trucking companies because they have to
Hmm.
truck all the stuff all everywhere.
And that's the other thing. It's like a timely thing. This stuff expires.
Hmm.
These goods will either go bad. Like we used to deal with Cisco trucking company that does a lot of supermarkets and like bar and restaurant supplies, like we used to do at my old job.
Hmm.
And Cisco would pull over. It's a refrigerated truck. They'd take their stuff out to get to my stuff, which was just toilet paper and paper towels. I don't care. It's on a refrigerated truck. But they would take out cases of lettuce, cases of like kale, like weird shit, like some fruits, some veggies, some cucumbers and crap, and they would just throw it on the side of the road and then take off my stuff and then throw it back on. And in doing so, 100% of the time, A, it was getting warm. B, stuff would be touching the ground or the sidewalk or the side of the truck or like all over or like
Gross.
just be sitting on the side of the road. But this is just, no one tells the end user that that's happening to their food. It's
Wash
probably
your
happening
food.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why you wash your food.
Check it for
But I
spiders too.
mean, and they have to do that because if you imagine if they were like, this lettuce isn't perfect, send it back. You just bought 50,000 lettuce. No one gives a fuck about this one. It's like,
No
we're
one's
gonna
hand,
refuse the whole
hand checking them.
shipment. No, they're just friggin' reeling it all in and
All those
making.
underpaid, low IQ workers back there.
Good lord, I thought they were low paid. It doesn't mean they're low IQ. Goodness gracious.
IQ's temporary. It fluctuates. Don't worry about it.
I'm not. But
So there's a piece there like you kind of expect your food to be cleanly to a level,
edible.
edible. And I saw this one story about like Chinese gutter oil. You know, gutter oil is literally like they scoop this oil out from like the drain and then cook it up and then separate the pieces so that they get like the actual oil out of whatever it is and then they like stir fry with it. So it's literally garbage.
Gutter trash, huh?
Mm.
A little bit of grease.
But people don't know and some people eat it and some people survive in it. So like
What's
our level of
crazy-
cleanliness is nuts.
Here's an insane thought. What if it doesn't have a negative effect on your health?
What if it makes
Like-
you stronger?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but like, yeah. I mean,
More
what
resistant
if it had positive effects
to
in some weird way?
coronavirus or whatever.
Maybe. It'd be weird.
That those people are the ones that survive the apocalypse. Because of the gutter
Anything's
oil.
possible. Anything's possible.
Hmm.
So we're talking about evolution a little bit. Do you know the grocery store has evoluted,
Evolved.
the fastest growing thing right now? Because they all used to have a format where it would be like, place the billboard here on the right, and then place this item here next to milk. Always has to go near poultry, or you know what I mean. They used to have layouts. Now it's become a little more niche. Um, there's actually a rise in variety, I believe, in a lot of the items, and a big, big, big uptick in the past 3 to 10 years in organic.
Hmm.
They just friggin' put the word organic on something. It's like growing at a 22% rate over the past few years from the article I read, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Another one is they don't say low calorie or low fat because when we were growing up, I think that was
That's
the rage.
huge. No trans fat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, just calories, low calories, and low fat was
Sugar
like
free.
the best thing you can get.
Aspartame loaded.
Well, they didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Get your shit here. We'll shovel it in your mouth.
They but now it's organics, natural.
Natural is not a controlled word.
I know it
isn't.
isn't. That's
Controlled
why.
words.
Oh, you got some of them?
I don't have it at the moment, but
Okay, you've come across these. So there's like key words that like flash. That's kind of what supermarkets are really the beginning of. I think they came out before TV commercials were mainstream. This is like where TV commercials started. Like it was like they had keywords on products that would sell. They had keywords in the aisles. They had keywords on boxes. That's where you made your money. That's where you sold or didn't sell. Your packaging, word of mouth, all of that stuff kind of began with supermarkets. It was like the first internet, first, I don't know, commercial, the first. I picture like a 1960s housewife, like perfectly dressed with those outfits they wore and smiling and taking a turkey out of the oven, after a long day. Did you come across any of those words?
they have a gigantic document, and the first thing I scrolled to was juice. Juice means the aqueous liquid expressed or extracted from one or more fruits or vegetables, purees of the edible portions of one or more fruits or vegetables, or any concentrates of such liquids or purees.
So juice doesn't mean anything?
it expressly means that the aqueous liquid expressed from...
God damn it.
But they have controlled words. That you can use natural, like natural peanut butter. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's supposed to mean that it's better for you. They're implying it.
Right.
But...
Oh, so you're saying you can use the word natural no matter what?
Yeah.
Like, the same thing with, like, word?
The homonyms, like, new low prices, like when they spell, like, LO, or, like, high performance, HI dash performance. It's like, I wonder if that's classified as, like, something that really actually has to perform highly.
Well,
versus
or it could also
like
be it could also be in one category, which might not have to be related to food at all. Like, it burns the fastest. Can you imagine high performance in an asterisk on the back? Burns quicker than most of the leading competitors. And it's like, this is turkey. I don't know. High performance.
You know what my costly grocery store is? It's a Randall's. And it has very fancy shit quality. It's just expensive. It's very weird. It feels like it's no, it's not even that great. It's just like it has an attitude when you go in there, and it's a little bit snobby for no reason at all. I'm saying take that Randall's.
Wow, you heard it here first, folks. Do you know there's still like one of the few places everyone goes? Like, everyone in your neighborhood goes. So you'll run into everyone. I mean, neighborhood-wise.
If I knew anybody, yeah.
There you go. Well, if you're popular.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, run into an ex at a grocery store?
I met my wife at a grocery store.
You met her at a grocery store in college?
First time I actually dated her. It was because I saw her at a grocery store. She was in the meat aisle. I said, hey, what are you looking at over there?
And did she recognize you?
Yeah, she knew me immediately.
Oh, okay. From your meat selection, or the way you pointed at the meat?
Check out this tenderloin. Click, 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 click.
The funniest is the interactions I have with people who I sort of know. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what's up? And my brain just knows I know them, so I'm making a bigger
You're
deal of
making
it
it up,
so that I
and
don't
you
underplay
don't
it.
know their name. You just like have a vague
Oh, I don't know
recollection.
their name at all, and I'm like this. Oh my god, it's probably so and so's best friend. And then like as I'm trying to figure it out, they're trying to figure me out, and they're like, oh my god, dude, I just come here. I'm like getting my food, and then I say things like, I'm just checking out the next aisle, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. And then the one time a dude was like, Kayla doesn't like the spinach that comes from this. I have to get frozen spinach or she won't eat it. But the other one, Sarah, she doesn't do this. And I'm like, they're crazy. And I didn't know if that was his kids or not. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're his
It's his
kids.
wife.
Like
Very
whoever.
picky.
It doesn't matter.
His
Anyway, I was like,
grandmother.
oh. And then I remembered who he was. And I was like, oh, I met you once. Like you were at a neighborhood party. So you're somewhere near my neighborhood, which is why you're at my neighborhood grocery store. I don't need to be nice to you or anything. I was like, all right, man. Well, I'll catch you later, dude. And then like he was like, all right, see ya. And I think he was like figuring it out too. And I was just like, it was cool.
I thought it was
So,
like you went to like some really weird festival. That was like a lettuce festival, and like he was being very descriptive of the lettuce because you had met there.
oh, that would have been great if we were lettuce buddies. And he's like, let us be friends. And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, our online forum, let us be friends. And I was like, no.
It's like, are you here for the arugula? And you're both like standing right in front. It's fresh. It just came in this day.
So fresh.
You want something
No.
that's aromatic and bouquet-ish.
You know the other end of it is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. This happened last week.
Can I
My
toss your
landlord.
salad?
May I toss your cucumbers? Excuse me? Do you mean salad? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. You said it, not
All
me.
right.
The my landlord and I don't get along. She's like super friendly with everyone else in the house except me.
Oh.
I always forget her dumb kids' names.
Does she have multiple kids and one of them's dumb?
No, they're all totally fine. I just forget their names because they're like Italian names. It's like Gianna, Miana, Biana, Bahana, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care. And I'm like, I pay you way too much in rent. I don't like you, and I don't hate her either, but I hate putting on the air of talking with her and asking her how she's doing. I don't even do it, and she doesn't do it with me. It's cool. I saw her in the supermarket, and I was like, she's gonna make a thing of it. I'm with my son. She's with that daughter. I forget which one. And anyway, I totally locked eyes with her and looked at her daughter and then kind of kept going like I didn't.
Yeah.
And my son, I'm
Double.
literally like 10 feet away. And she didn't say anything. And I kept going and kept going. And her daughter said something like, I think it was my son's name. And no one said anything. And I kept going. And I was like, oh my God. She's
Pulling your
pretending
son.
Yeah.
It's like dragging him.
She pretended not to see me. And I pretended not to see her because we were just grocery shopping. We didn't have time for this shit. And it was beautiful. I was proud of her. Thank you. Whatever your name is.
That's the weirdest part about knowing somebody that you don't want to know. How do you successfully ignore them without interacting with them, even though they're super close to you? And you
Technically,
both know.
I should have been like, oh my God, it's great to see you. I'm grocery shopping. She says, oh, that's so funny. I'm grocery shopping. And then you both say something about the weather or something about the Super Bowl or I don't know.
Serendipity.
You pick a thing.
2 years
and then
later,
you both
you're married.
Go, okay, see ya. No, they're not married. That's
Go
what
figure.
should
He
have
said, how is the weather? It looks fine to me.
happened. So do those peas in that cart. Mm-hmm.
What kind of salad do you like?
Tossed.
Oh, lightly shredded.
Did you know, if you look, there's like a ton of like, met my wife in a grocery store, how to hook up from a grocery store.
Yep.
Grocery store is a great place to pick up women.
Yeah.
I mentioned this in the intro. If you grab a pineapple and put it upside down in your cart, it's a message to everyone else in the grocery store in a certain community.
That you really like pineapples.
Nope, not if you put it in
SpongeBob.
upside down. You're into swinging.
Swing?
You want to swing.
Upside down
Yeah,
pineapple.
Yeah, swingers. It's like a thing. It's like not super well known. So by the time everyone hears this episode, they're gonna have to change it because everyone's gonna be goofing around on it. I blew up their spot.
Upside down pineapple cake?
No, upside down pineapple. The fruit. You gotta put it in your cart upside down. It alerts everyone else in the grocery store that you are open to swing or
Someone
exchange
learned how to
parts.
knock.
Yeah, what is that? Is that oh my God? Is that someone bringing a
Small.
pineapple in? small individual carrying a pineapple. And
Oh,
you saying,
it's getting
"Oh,
louder."
that's a big one."
Yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah,
don't know
so
how long.
Google that pineapple thing for a second while I
Upside
try
down
and.
pineapple brings up too many recipes.
No, it's
They had to
shopping cart.
cover it up.
Upside down pineapple.
Do I have to say shopping cart? Let's just keep
Yeah,
ignoring
why
the
wouldn't you
knocking.
start shopping cart first? Do you know how to Google search? It's all about the order you put things. Mmm. Mmm. There's other things.
Extracurricular activities outside of marriage.
Mm.
Pineapple on your front porch like a jack-o'-lantern.
Ooh.
What you put on your front porch? Is that where you put it?
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that where you do it to show everyone where the party is? I have no idea. I've never done this.
Hang
Okay.
pineapples from trees.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Throw pineapples at people.
I like you. I'm married. It's a pineapple. It's okay.
Pineapple.
No, I'm still married.
You know what?
So,
You know what a jackfruit means?
no, what's a jackfruit?
It's a terrible fruit, but it means you're partying alone. Because it's terrible. It's just a terrible fruit. There's no. I don't know that this knocking will ever stop.
It might not, but that's fine. You have to ignore the knocking until it falls asleep. It's
Is this
an
the
animal.
weird phase? Is this what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think weird. The other thing, that one slumped down. The other thing to keep in mind is I think I read that there were like fight clubs that have to do with grocery stores. Oh yeah. Do you know there's different crowds at these grocery stores? If you go at 11 p.m. at one that stays open till midnight on the weekends, you will find a whole different crowd than you will Monday at noon. You know what I mean? There are people that shop the same time, the same day every week, and it's a weird crew. Sometimes you see people you see them every week. You're like, Jesus, it's us again. I'm a Monday shopper. I'm a Monday shopper. Well, that's great. And you almost recognize them. You know what they do. You form like secret friendships with them. You're like, we always get the same thing. Or like secret like enemy ships with them.
Oh, enemy ships.
Rivalries.
Coin
Is that
that
what you
one?
I did. You like that? I knew you were going to question it as I said it, but that's fine. And I'm like, that son of a bitch is going to get the Minute Maid rice. The good four cheese one.
Lane blockers. The people that just sit there. I had one woman that literally, she was disabled, so she had one of those electric wheelchairs, but she sat there for 30 minutes. I don't know what she was doing. I had to go. I walked to the other end of the store to get some other produce, and then I walked back, and she was still there.
Well, that is a pretty long time.
That's a problem.
So wait, do you shop the same way every time? Do you go up and down the aisles like a regular?
No, not every aisle. I usually have like 3 things I need to really get, and then everything else is just kind of what I feel. Just wing it. But I do plot out the order of things, like the most efficient route. Like if I need to go to produce
that's in order. How is that different? Like you would never go out of order from the aisles.
I mean, if you're skipping certain aisles, you know not to go through them.
Okay, you can skip an aisle or two. That's not called planning the most genius route.
You can't skip an aisle or two. You have to go through the ones that you need. It's efficient. You must save time, Nick. You're wasting time. You're ruining your life.
No. I'll skip 1 or 2 aisles, but I only have 12 aisles in the whole store, so I just skip 2 and go up and down them in order because that's the most efficient.
Do you randomly look around? I feel like you just like, look at all this stuff.
Oh, 100%. I'm always trying to think of something
any idea. Something new.
I could do lima beans. We could put lima beans in something. And then I think for a minute because I don't really cook a lot, and I'm like, I don't know what goes with lima beans.
I don't think I could ever.
What, buy lima beans or have a child that bangs so loudly that you can hear it from space?
Yesterday I stayed up
stronger.
I know it's gonna be a problem. It's like, is that why they like clip birds' wings?
I think it's it can hear your voice. What if we did an experiment where you were quiet for 18 seconds? Starting now. So I was in the grocery store. Don't move. So I was in the grocery store, and today I I go to gym at my job, and I bring a change of clothes, and I put them on, whatever. Forgot underwear. So the rest of my day, I went El Commando.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went right to the grocery store after work. And I was like, it's just one of those days where you got to pick up the steak, you got to pick up this, you got to do this. And I realized I'm just wearing jeans, t-shirt, no undies. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling kind of sexual. So as I was walking around, I was a couple of the moms checking me out. Exactly like that. That was the sound.
That's how you're feeling.
Of some of the moms. No, that was some of the moms checking me out. And I was really tempted to grab stuff off the top shelf just to kind of show off a little bit of belly and a little bit of, hey, what's going on down here?
The big reach. Oh, let me get that for you.
No, I'm not gonna buy it. No one buys anything off the top.
I'm just checking the price.
But I just wanted to
making the UPC matches up.
Maybe bend over and grab something off the bottom here. But I honestly felt a little risque, a little, I don't know. Like I was the belle of the ball at the supermarket tonight. Now my competition was literally, I don't know, was there 30 other people in the store with me at the time? Maybe 40? I don't know. It's hard to gauge by the sound of a battering ram against your door how many people were in the supermarket at the time. But I felt like I was the prettiest
on the ball.
I was the prettiest person. Yeah. Like I was the most desirable person in the supermarket for the first time in my life, and it felt really great.
I like it when you and somebody else are the two prettiest, and you keep switching, like crossing lanes.
Oh, aisles? Yeah. They're going up, you're going down. They're going up, you're going down. They're going up, you're going down. Meet eyes every time. You're like, oh, what are the chances? You again. One aisle later. Oh, what are the chances? You again? One aisle later? Is this math? It's just happening every time.
The pineapple aisle. You're like, what?
She grabs one and puts it in her cart. You put one in the cart, and then you both just look at each other.
I hope that happens to me when I'm much older.
Have you ever used a grocery store bathroom?
Yeah. Why?
Would you if it weren't for your kid?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would. Huh.
Number 2. Number 1.
You're dropping twos in the supermarket?
Shit
where you eat?
Not usually. If I'm far away.
Okay, that makes sense.
So let me talk about like what supermarkets really mean to me. Because when I was younger, I always used to go to the grocery store, supermarket with my mom. So like whenever I go to a grocery store, supermarket, the music is always like from that era. It was
That's
like
weird.
The prime era.
Music. Yeah.
It reminds me of like those times I went with my mom. It makes me happy every time. I don't know what the heck that was, but
it was me stretching my
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Yeah. I forgot where I was going.
Nostalgia of grocery stores.
Exactly. There's a good feel that happens, and I've never entered a grocery store and been like, oh, I feel terrible here. Like the possibilities.
Because of what I mentioned a little bit in the beginning, it's like your home. It's like a regional thing. It's your neighborhood grocery store. It's always kind of the same. And you notice when they change things. Like, oh my God, did you see what they did? And someone's like, yeah, they moved the pistachios and put up a sign. And everyone's making a big deal of it. And it's really not a big deal, but it's like your slice of, I don't know, shopping.
Yeah. It's your comfort weird. Place.
Yeah, it kind of is. I could totally see some women going there and cleaning up, finding sexual mates in there. Oh, do you think that's impossible?
No,
I think it happens.
I think it's the only place you're forced to go.
It's weird. I like it.
So what do you think about the future of grocery stores?
I think they're going to lose out the same way all the other things are going to lose out to like the Amazon online ordering thing.
Or like delivery or the Instacart or whatever it is that they put the groceries in your car. They have those carts they wheel around and block everything. And
we did Superfresh actually, ironically enough, offers a service. I think it's called Pequod or something like that.
Pequod?
It's just a nickname for a sub service they offer where they will deliver groceries to the elderly. So
being elderly, and then
no, they charge extra. They don't care if you're really elderly or not. But we do it once a year on our trip before we go down the shore. We have them deliver all our produce that we're going to need for the week to the house, and we do it the day that we're leaving or whatever, as long as it's before 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We get it, put it all in the car, and it's all fairly fresh, and they deliver it. We don't have to go to the grocery store. And I'm always like, why don't we do this all the time? She's like, they charge extra. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Why do we do this all the time? Would you do this all? I don't know if I would like people picking out my like fruits and vegetables and then delivering it to me.
Right, because you don't get to squeeze them tomatoes. Like, do you even know how to tell if a fruit's ripe or not? I just do what everyone else is doing. It's like,
I feel like I inherently know. Like, there's some
obvious
things. The texture,
brown spots or black marks on a fruit. It's like that's a no-go. But like an avocado, I think it's supposed to be about to turn soft. It's about to. Like it's not soft yet. It's about to turn soft. How do you know
something's about to be soft?
You can feel it. It's not as hard as all the others. It's like slightly less hard.
It's firm.
Yes, it's a firm knock on your door from God. Yep. You just reminded me of one other thing. I don't know how everyone tests their food. Do you check all your dates?
Most
you
of the time.
Nazi?
Yeah.
Okay. Like yogurts and milk.
Milk I always like because they always cheat you. Salads, they put the crappy one in front. Unless it's discounted. Don't give me none of that non-discounted milk at, terrible lead time on my milk.
My place does it with meat. Like, if they don't sell a New York strip or something like that, they'll sell it at like cheap the day of the expiration date or whatever. And I'm like this. Hell yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I just bought some steaks tonight. Some New York strip, baby. Cost me like $14 for 3 pieces that I made. Grilled them up. Yeah, buddy. I know what's up. If you're gonna cook it that night, what's the difference? Boom. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's strange because like usually I ring it up and it's like $28, and then like you swipe your card, little membership thing, and
that money disappears.
Down to like $10.
Ding. You're like,
the price.
It's crazy how much we spend on groceries and at the grocery store. And they are winning in some spots. Like their paper plates, their towels, their toilet paper, that kind of stuff that you get there, they're killing you. But who cares?
What do you think about automated checkouts? Because that was in our lifetime, right?
You have a story about this, I believe.
It's
one of the funnier ones. Yeah, I thought you were the one who was like waiting to get. You had all your groceries and you were waiting, and someone was like, "Oh, sorry, over here," and then you saw a clerk, and you were like, "Ah, finally, someone's gonna help me." And he brought you over. He brought you to an automated one where you had to do your own checkout, and you were really pissed because I laugh at this all the time. I'm like, God. You're like, why the hell?
Because I was waiting in a line with a cashier, and I was loaded up, and he was like, "Oh, over here, sir. Come right over here."
Sir.
And he led me right to one where I could do it myself, and I was like, "That's not the same."
Why would I? If I wanted to bring myself up,
I would have been here already.
That is totally the future of a grocery chain, sadly. But sometimes I hate to do it if I'm getting like 40 items. But if I'm getting like 6 things, like it's a no-brainer for me.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is the grocers at the one I go to now, which is like yours, like middle of the road, middle prices, middle items, whatever. The employees who check you out are paid by the hour. As in, I've never seen slower pricing, ringing up, bagging, and scanning. I almost want to reach over the counter and be like, boop, 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 boop.
You think they should be paid a bonus based on how quick they are?
To a degree. I think if they're doubling someone else, absolutely, you should be paid more.
Yeah.
If it's 10% more, I don't care. But 100% more? Yeah. Because some of them will get it and be like, huh. And they're not even talking to you. They're just like, huh. Boop. And then they're looking and they're like, which one do I grab next? Ironically, that's an art,
Yeah.
Grabbing, scanning, and bagging.
And then typing in the number, and then how much of their life is controlled by that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sir, can your meat go in the same bag as this?
No. Meat never goes in another bag.
No! Actually, you say that?
Keep it separate. Never the same. Oh, it's covered in meat juices.
Where the hell do you think it is before it makes it to where you just dealt with it?
Covered in juice.
Yeah, okay.
Nasty particles and bacteria.
Oh, you better not find out where your food comes from, so I'm going to tell you. No, there's an art to, I think some places actually have contests. It's called a bagging contest, where they'll scan it as quick as they can, like young hot shots, like 21-year-olds, and then bag them and see how many bags they can do, and then they time it. It's like 24.8 seconds, and they have contests, and like that's a real thing. Why? How? I'm not sure, but I respect it. And there are definitely good baggers and bad baggers.
What about coupons? Do you use coupons?
No, I don't.
That's terrible.
Do you use coupons?
No. It's a waste of time.
Son of a bitch. I really was set up for you to use them. Like, yeah, here are several coupons I found. You probably pronounce it with the U in it.
Coupons. Get your coupons.
Get your coupons. If I heard anyone say coupons,
Free coupons. Free coupons.
This guy.
But that was one of the shows, I forget what it was called, like the coupon clipper people, that like they stack so many coupons that like it costs almost nothing. I like that they like plan it out and the mathematical element and then the hoarding. I love hoarding stuff. I wish that I could do that, but I'm far too lazy to like look through different articles and like circulars and all that stuff. Yeah. Just give me it. I didn't talk about my coupon app.
What I just brought it up. I just said you tried to design an app that would do exactly that.
It would auto clip all the digital coupons and put it on your account. And it kind of worked, but it was only for like $4 a week.
And it didn't seem to work for me because I don't know if it was because I was in a different locale or something didn't work with mine.
Oh, I don't think I ever did actually. Maybe I did yours, but like I think you did Weiss. And Weiss didn't have that many digital coupons.
Oh, so no digital, so it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I tried this with multiple people, and like the most successful one was HEB because like they have a shit ton of digital coupons,
lot of digital,
like thousands, and like it would give you some money back, but not enough.
That it was worth.
Not even cheating the system was. I was like, wow, I feel like I'm winning. Like no, I was like, this is worthless. Like the electricity to churn through this doesn't even. Stupid. Yeah, I'm done. I wish that could have been my thing. Pretty sure someone else tried and failed and realized the same thing I did.
Coupons.
Coupons. Get your coupons.
When do you grocery shop? Is it the same every week?
Yeah, usually I'm usually the one who goes to the grocery store and like does the main shopping, and it's usually like
when?
Probably like middle of the day when the kids are sleeping. Either Saturday or Sunday, like from like 1 to 3.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then
you're a weekend order.
Yeah, or if it's like the meats, like I like to go pick up the meat like that day because you get the special.
You get the meats for the week?
No, not usually. Like I'll get like one meat, like chicken. I usually like the steaks I get the day of.
Okay.
But I have to bank on it being there, and then I have to like flip a coin on what I actually do pick up.
Makes sense. It's weird. Like, do you know what I remember as a kid?
No.
I thought you maybe did. What if you were like,
yes. Let me tell you your memories.
One of the things I did as a kid is I would stare at that white tile floor, and it was open air plan. Like the shelves only go so high, and then everything else is open, and there are lights above everything. Yeah. So it looks very white, clean, very light everywhere. And I would stare at the floor and chase the lights.
Because it was reflecting off of the tile?
Yeah, so they would reflect off the tile, and you could catch up to them eventually. Like you'd be walking along, and it wouldn't be as quick as your feet move because it's how far it is. It's a distance versus your eye level thing. But like you could take like 10 steps, and it would slowly inch the light closer, and I would step on the light. And it's crazy. I think I was looking tonight at warlocks in your basement.
Yeah. What about them?
Anyway, I remember that's one of my first memories, maybe as a person, chasing patterns, moving, having fun, laughing, giggling, chasing a shopping cart. And I mean, I was just shopping tonight in my jeans, no underwear, showing off to any of the moms in the area, but I still saw the light reflecting off the ground, and at one point I took like 3 steps towards it and totally stepped on it. Like, gotcha. This is like a throwback. I don't know, because I can still do it as I'm grabbing radishes and stuff.
Do you wish they
Radish
had a
eye.
full size, one of those race car carts?
They do at mine, and my son used to have to be in it.
Yeah.
He got really upset when we wouldn't. Up till about 2 years ago, I haven't had to drive that stupid monstrosity around the supermarket anymore. It's so
I
awkward in
kind
the
of like
aisle.
it. Yeah. Well, it's like two-tiered. Is
Is
yours
it?
like two-tiered in the bottom it sticks out? Or is it the one that has it on the front?
Front.
Okay. I kind of like those because it distracts them and they you don't have to deal with them. And
Right, they're playing with the wheel, whatever have
yeah.
you.
Free
My
bananas?
kid just got
Your store have free
friggin' shot.
bananas?
What the hell's a free banana?
You have a kid, you get a free banana.
Oh, that's bullshit. No.
It's the best thing in
Like
the
that was
world.
like a 38-cent gift.
Hey.
Ah, it's a free banana.
Yeah. You could have just stolen it. No one would have sued you.
Yeah.
Come after you.
You ever stole anything from a grocery store? I still think about the one thing I stole.
No. I don't think I ever stole anything.
It was like rosemary or thyme or some shit. And I just needed a sprig. I totally put it in my pocket. And as I was checking out with 5 other items and
You're
Hennings,
sweating.
I was like, my voice was squeaking. I was sweating. They were like, anything else, sir? And I was like, I don't have anything else. Like just saying it. Like they were like, okay, do you have a card or anything? And I was like, I have a card. It's right here.
That's right. Yeah,
Up here.
take it,
Everything's
take
up here.
Take
It's
it
right
from
here.
me.
Take it. I'm so sorry.
I can't
Yeah.
can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah. So no, I stole that. It was like 80 cents to $1.30. It could have been marjoram. What's that?
Margarine?
Marjoram? No,
Margarine?
the flour.
Marjoram?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like
no one's ever said the
MJ.
word before out loud.
Either. That's why I'm bringing it up here. So we covered a lot with supermarkets. I mean,
We did.
I bet you didn't think we would get this psychological,
Yeah.
this emotional, this
Deep.
nostalgic.
There's one piece of information that.
Oh, please do. What do you got? How do you want to end it up?
So I forget when the Russian president came here to NASA, like way back when it was a communist state. I guess it still is, but when it was like hardcore Cold War.
Communister.
And like the comparison between the variety of what we have versus if you've ever seen a Russian grocery store where they just
one
have
of
like
everything. One
bleach.
milk, one
Yeah.
potato, one bleach.
Exactly.
Ugh.
And they only have like 12 products and they just like are like hacking up like dead animals so they can like serve them. It's like a stark contrast of the reality versus what we exist in. And like when we pick up something that's like not organic and we go, oh, that's gross. Oh, that tastes bad. Like someone else in some part of the world is like pilfering garbage oil or like.
I don't get to choose.
Yeah.
Supermarkets are kind of like the peak of capitalism.
It is.
Literally the best.
The variety.
It's capitalism at its highest point. I think it peaked with supermarkets.
It's it involves all of your senses.
Yeah. It's wild. I'm going to miss them when they're gone.
When everything gets delivered in tiny packages, covered in
Of
paper
stuff
and plastic,
I already need or whatever. I don't know.
inserted right where you want it.
I'm going to
On
be
your
wearing
porch.
no underwear, my jeans, and just at home.
Hoping
Waiting
that
for
a
the
hot mom
hoping
comes
that,
and delivers it.
or that delivery guy. Maybe he'll notice. I don't know. Just somebody notice. Somebody say that's nice.
To get some arugula in here. It smells
Oof,
fresh.
I could use some marjoram. So we talked about a lot. We talked about the rise of the supermarket. It might be on the decline as we speak.
I don't think it's ever going to
Trying to keep up. I don't think so, but I don't know. Malls, I thought would last forever. They're kind of anyway. Whole nother episode.
Yeah. That would be a good episode.
It would be. So supermarkets, folks, don't take them for granted. They got lots of crazy, wild stuff going on. All the workers in there that you kind of know but don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
All the little affairs that might be flinging around in there. God damn it. Put a pineapple upside down. Just see what happens one day. We did that. Nothing happened. But it's a small, I don't know. Give it another shot.
Yeah. Ripple effect. It's coming back
Ripple.
at you.
It could be. Buy some new foods. Do some weird shit. Try and steal some margarine. Don't. Legally, don't. And in the meantime, add in the comments below your favorite part of grocery stores. Any memories, anything you want to talk about. We want to thank them for joining us. I actually feel nostalgic and like sad somehow. Like I love grocery stores so much. My heart's overflowing.
We
and
share that because I like
right
grocery stores a lot. Like I will choose to go to a grocery store rather than stay home.
100%. I love grocery shopping. That's so weird.
I guess you could kind of tell somebody by their cart, their personality.
You can, so, and the way they shop.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're couponing, whether or not they're getting in that self-checkout aisle.
How quickly they bag themselves.
How much toilet paper they're willing to get in public. My man's getting a 32 pack. That's a family man. That's a man dedicated to value. I love that shit.
Grocery stores, supermarkets.
Hey,
corner stores.
They're nice. Add some spice. Thanks for joining us. Check all them socials, folks. You know where to check them. You know where to click. You know what to do. Okay? We like you, folks. We like you
a lot.